Christ is the promise. Then hope comes in. How is Christ the promise? In the book of Isaiah, he was prophesied that he will come. God promised he's going to give us a Messiah. So the Messiah truly came. And when he came, he did all that was prophesied or promised of him. Now, after the whole job here on earth, when he was going, he still gave a promise that he will come again. Christ, by all means, is the promise. And that promise is hope. So I like to conclude by saying, without Christ, not part of the promise. And if you are not part of the promise, there is no hope for you. You are only a person of God if you are in the promise. We are sons of God through Christ. He made us heirs and joint heirs together with Christ. You are not yet a heir of God until you are joined with Christ. Christ is the only heir of God. And for us to come to that position, we must receive Christ into our lives first. Then we become joint heirs. The Bible says he has called us to be heirs, and being heirs, joint heirs with Christ. Until his blood wash you, you are not in that same position of being a heir yet. And if not until you become a heir, you are not part of the promise of the Father yet. All that the Father has are mine, and all that I have I give unto you. That is what Jesus said. Promises are still on. Christ is the Alpha, the Omega, the already in existence, and the promised to be in existence. Everything about promise revolves around him. Paul said, in him I live, in him I have my being. And that man went far. For Paul, the Gentiles will not have. We will not be preaching now like this. Peter, the chief of the apostles, was ministering to the Jews. Paul went far. A snake caught his hand from a fireplace and he flinged it into the fire. And the people were waiting for him to fall and die. He didn't fall and die because the serpent was a dangerous one. And they started bowing to him, worshiping. And he said, no, I am not a God. Please don't worship him. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Why did God bring him out of the venom, or deliver him from the venom of the serpent? God did that because he was God's own. The hand of God's own cannot be in the mouth of the serpent and serpent harms him. Israel was God's property. God killed for their sake. If you are God's property, God will kill for your sake. The witches, the bad, he will finish them, grind them for your sake. All you need to do is be God's own. How do you become his own? Be in the promise. Carry Jesus Christ. Be with him. Carry him. Usher, carry him. Are you ready? You want to become his own? Can I see you wave your hand up? You want to become his own? Wave your hand very well. Now simply close your eyes. Simply close your eyes and begin to commit yourself to him. I'm away from you. Here am I now. I'm away from you. Here am I. I return back to you.